Our story opens with a transaction taking place in a warehouse. Marco arrives to meet a Russian criminal carrying a bag stuffed with cash. He demands to know where his purchase is located. The gangster hands over car keys and directs him to check the vehicle's trunk. Taking the keys, Marco exits the warehouse and finds a suitcase in the car's storage compartment. This scene sets the foundation of what follows. The narrative shifts to our protagonist Ethan and his wife Nora. Today they discover Nora is expecting a baby. The news fills Ethan with joy. Christmas has arrived, increasing activity at the airport where both work. They commute together to handle the holiday rush. As part of the security team, Ethan receives a briefing on crowd management. After the meeting, he asks his supervisor for advancement, wanting to move from passenger screening to baggage scanning. His supervisor hesitates due to the busy travel day, but Ethan's colleague Jason intervenes and convinces him. Ethan secures the scanner position. Outside the terminal, an RV sits in the lot. Inside, a man named Riley holds someone captive while infiltrating the airport surveillance network. Within minutes, he accesses every camera. His accomplices also abduct Jason's family as leverage. Riley's plan shifts when footage shows Ethan at the scanner instead of Jason. He quickly compiles Ethan's personal information and discovers Nora is his only close family. Operatives go to Ethan's home and find documentation confirming Nora's pregnancy, turning it into leverage. At the scanner, Ethan notices unfamiliar luggage beside him. Before he can react, he receives a message instructing him to insert an earpiece. He complies. A voice fills his ear with an ultimatum. If he values his life and his wife's safety, he must follow instructions. Someone in a red cap will bring a suitcase for scanning. Ethan must approve it without question. To prove his reach, the voice reveals exact details about Nora's location. Panicking, Ethan tries to secretly call authorities, but Riley's team spots it instantly. The voice warns him to stop, stating a sniper has Nora in his sights. One wrong move means her death. Police receive the call, but Ethan hangs up silently. His captors instruct him to place his phone in a locker. Desperate, Ethan asks if they are terrorists. The voice denies this and says he only follows orders. When Ethan questions the suitcase contents, he is told such knowledge could get both him and Nora killed. If the bag fails to board its flight or anyone inspects it, they die. Ethan then asks about Jason. The voice reveals Jason's family was already kidnapped as backup. Attempting another clever move, Ethan uses his smartwatch to send a covert message. Riley monitors everything through the hacked cameras and alerts the voice. The speaker scolds Ethan for repeated deception and orders him to place the watch in his locker. This confirms escape is impossible. The scene transitions to Detective Elena investigating the crime scene where the Russian gangster's operation was destroyed. While examining the wreckage, she discovers a watch near the body. Inside it is a recording chip. Though damaged by fire, she sends it to forensics hoping for usable data. The team recovers the recording, but the audio is so deteriorated that nothing can be understood. Back at the airport, the voice tells Ethan his accomplice will arrive soon. Until then, they should become better acquainted. Listening carefully to background sounds, Ethan deduces the speaker is near a first aid station. Taking a risk, he grabs a passenger's boarding pass, writes a message with invisible ink, and hands it to a nearby officer. Ethan forgets about the cameras. Riley sees everything and alerts his partner. The accomplice intercepts the officer and creates a staged collision, injecting him with a lethal substance. The officer dies instantly. Returning to his station, Ethan sees his contact has vanished. Searching the terminal, he spots the man retrieving the marked boarding pass from the dead officer. His face is revealed. This is Marco, the same man who killed the Russian gangster. He approaches Ethan and reads the message. After reviewing Ethan's warning, Marco issues a final ultimatum. One more mistake means Nora's death. He orders Ethan to return to his scanner. When Ethan returns, he finds Jason has replaced him. The officer's death caused chaos, leading management to tighten security and reinstate Jason. Marco demands Ethan fix the situation. Ethan tries reasoning with his supervisor but fails. Forced to act, he prepares coffee, secretly adds alcohol, and places it on Jason's workstation. The supervisor discovers it and fires Jason on the spot despite his protests. Meanwhile, Elena studies the damaged recording. She identifies references to an extremely dangerous poison capable of obliterating everything nearby. At the airport, Ethan regains his scanner position as Marco's courier arrives with the targeted suitcase. During the scan, Ethan detects a highly dangerous weapon. He does not know its exact capabilities but understands it threatens the aircraft. Elena's research confirms the suitcase carries the same poison. The revelation overwhelms Ethan. He rushes to the restroom and vomits. Marco follows him. Even in the bathroom, Marco maintains his threatening posture, warning Ethan against any heroic actions. Ethan finally voices his moral dilemma. The plane carrying this weapon will have 2,000 innocent passengers aboard. Marco counters that refusing to load the bag means detonating it in the terminal, killing 60,000 people instead. The choice is stark: sacrifice 2,000 lives or 60,000. Ethan demands to know Marco's motivation for mass murder. Marco insists he has no desire to kill anyone but must complete his assignment. He urges Ethan to let him proceed with his mission. The narrative cuts back to Elena, who receives information about a recent emergency call. Someone named Ethan contacted police but remained silent before disconnecting. Shortly afterward, an officer died unexpectedly at the airport. Unable to reach the scene quickly, Elena dispatches backup units who immediately close all check encounters. The closure prompts Ethan's supervisor to assemble all security personnel for briefing and investigation of suspicious individuals. Seizing this opportunity, Ethan accesses his boss's computer and flags Marco's courier by entering the correct identification into the security system. He then exits the area. Marco watches police escort his courier away for questioning. He confronts Ethan about this development, but Ethan firmly declares he can no longer participate in this operation. He abandons his post and rushes to find Nora, determined to protect her from the threats. Upon locating her, Ethan notices a laser dot on Nora's forehead, confirming a sniper has her targeted. He realizes any protective action will result in her immediate death. Retreating to the restroom in distress, he finds Marco waiting. Marco attacks him physically. In self-defense, Ethan draws his taser. Marco mocks him for his continued resistance and accumulated mistakes. As punishment, Marco activates the bomb remotely. He informs Ethan that the original plan targeted only 2,000 plane passengers, but now 60,000 terminal occupants will die. The bomb will detonate in 10 minutes. Marco offers one possibility for salvation. If Ethan retrieves the suitcase, Marco will provide disarming instructions. Marco proceeds to the security office where officers are examining the courier's luggage. Ethan arrives and draws his weapon on his supervisor, intending to prevent the examination. However, the courier suddenly produces a pen and fatally stabs the supervisor. Ethan demands to know why. The courier explains his brother is being held hostage and will be killed if he doesn't comply. Contacting Marco, Ethan requests the disarming sequence. Following the instructions, he successfully deactivates the bomb with mere seconds remaining before detonation. Elena is traveling to the airport with someone claiming to be a federal agent. She receives a call revealing her companion is an imposter. The genuine federal agent has already arrived at the police station. Elena draws her weapon, prompting the fake agent to crash their vehicle deliberately. Though both survive with injuries, the imposter's goal was preventing Elena from reaching the airport. During the aftermath, he attempts to strangle her, but Elena breaks free and shoots him before escaping. Marco orders Ethan to transport the suitcase to the aircraft cargo hold. Once there, Marco contacts the courier accompanying Ethan with final instructions: eliminate Ethan. The courier draws his weapon, but Ethan spots the reflection in a nearby mirror and attacks first. They struggle violently, with the courier repeatedly attempting to shoot Ethan. During the fight, the courier takes a bullet to his back. Using this moment, Ethan grabs his phone to call Nora, but she doesn't answer. He then contacts his friend, warning that Nora faces immediate danger. Nora frantically tries calling Ethan back, unaware his phone remains locked away. Elena arrives at the airport and begins securing sections of the terminal. Marco reaches the cargo area and immediately shoots Ethan. Despite the wound, Ethan continues moving since the bullet only grazed him. Marco offers a deal: hand over the suitcase and walk away free. Ethan descends and surrenders the bag to Marco. Elena arrives at the cargo area just as Ethan pushes past her and flees. He briefly explains that Nora's life hangs in the balance and provides details about Marco's location. Nora runs toward the parking garage while Riley, having hacked everyone's phones, discovers that Ethan revealed everything to her. Riley arrives at the parking area to kill Nora. Just as he prepares to fire, Ethan appears behind him. Before Riley can shoot, a gunshot rings out and Riley collapses. The courier's brother, whom Riley had been holding hostage, has killed their captor. Recognizing the man, Ethan realizes this is the brother of Marco's blackmail victim. He delivers the tragic news that the courier sacrificed himself. The brother grieves deeply upon learning this. However, the situation remains unresolved. Ethan must still stop Marco from boarding the plane, but time has run out. Marco is already on board. Fortunately, Ethan had the foresight to attach a new tracking label to Marco's luggage. By monitoring this tag scanner readings, he can pinpoint Marco's exact location. The scan confirms Marco has reached the aircraft. Ethan urgently instructs Nora to contact the airline and ensure the plane departs on schedule. If the aircraft remains grounded, Marco will detonate the bomb at the terminal, killing everyone there. Ethan assures her he knows how to neutralize the device. Nora relays this information to Elena, who was preparing to prevent takeoff. She explains that Ethan boarded the plane and possesses the knowledge to disarm the bomb, having successfully done so once before. They must allow departure. Ethan reaches the cargo hold just as the aircraft begins taxiing. He starts working to defuse the bomb. Marco discovers someone has opened the suitcase and deduces Ethan must have infiltrated the plane. To preserve his mission, Marco enters the cargo area. Upon arrival, Marco shoots at Ethan to stop him. This bullet strikes Ethan's leg. Marco then moves toward his luggage, which is stored in a refrigerated section. Opening the container, he discovers the chemical payload is missing. The chemical is actually in Ethan's possession at this moment. The pilot receives notification of armed individuals in the cargo hold and turns the aircraft back toward the terminal. Ethan executes a desperate maneuver, shoving Marco into the refrigerator unit. He throws the chemical container inside and seals the door. The chemical detonates inside the freezer, killing Marco within 60 seconds. Ethan's mission succeeds. He has saved 2,000 passengers. Upon landing, police swarm the aircraft, including Elena. They initially detain Ethan, but Elena, knowing the full truth of how he saved everyone, orders his release. Ethan reunites with Nora. The film's conclusion reveals Marco's true objective was assassinating a Russian official. With the plot foiled, everyone celebrates Christmas in safety and peace. The story ends here. If you like this video, then subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.